Thank you, everybody, for coming. Thank you, everybody, for listening. I'm glad that you are here. I am blessed to have the opportunity to sit here and to motivate you and to talk to you and to help you get on your way. But what I want to talk to you today about the idea of believing in yourself. It's not really a tough conversation. It's not really, hard to figure out. It's easy. Believing in yourself. Believing that you can do more than what you're doing right now. Believing that you can accomplish more than what you've been accomplishing. Believing that you can reach any goal that you want to reach. See, I believe over time, believing that you can do more than what you've been doing right now becomes a thing of the past because of so many things that has happened in our life to make us believe that we can't do anything else. So we go through life settling for whatever we have, and we do that until we retire or until we die. And see, the crazy thing about retiring is by the time you retire, if you don't have 1.6 million, like Forbes say that you need to retire comfortably, after the money that you have has run out, you go right back to working and you work until you die. That's our life, ladies and gentlemen. That's the goal that we've created for ourselves, to just continue to work until we die. You know what I like? I like when we were children. See, when we were kids, we believed that unicorns existed. We believed that Santa Claus existed. We believed in the Easter Bunny. We believed in so many things that were possible, so many things that were capable of being real. And the thing about when you were a child, when you were a kid, nobody told you that these things were not possible. When you're little and you see Santa Claus and for some reason you believe that this man in this bright red outfit can hop on a sleigh with oh so many reindeer and can travel to every single house in one night. You believe that somehow, even without a chimney, that this man can get inside your house. Now, I don't know how. He must have a lockpick or something, but somehow he's able to get into your house and you don't even have a chimney. And when he gets in your house, if you've been a good boy or a good girl, he will leave you presents, eat your cookies, and be able to dip out without you even knowing that he was there. And he's able to hit every single house across the world in one night. That's what we believe when we're kids. We believe that anything is possible. We believe that this is possible. See, we have that innocence of being a child. And we hold on to that innocence as long as we can. And as we hold on to that innocence, we believe that these things can happen. Our imagination is so vast, it's so big, we can see these things happening in our mind, and there is nothing and nobody that can tell us that these things are not possible. But see what happens, we get older. And when we get older, the crazy thing that happens in our life, reality sets in. Reality starts to kick us in the face. It starts to punch us in the stomach. And before you know it, we realize Santa Claus doesn't exist. We realize there is no 6-7 foot bunny walking around hiding eggs in the grass for you to find it. We realize that there aren't unicorns. Horses don't have wings and rainbows behind them and throw sparkles in the air for you to grab and enjoy life with. We realize that these things don't exist. And the innocence that we have as a child starts to disappear. It is a thing of the past. It no longer exists because reality starts to kick in. And as we get older and older and older, reality starts to get worse and worse and worse. So what happens is we involve people in our life. We let people come into our bubble, in our section of the room, in our area. And what those people start to do is they start to tell you that you can't be this person. You can't do that. You can't do this. You can't be a success story. You can't be a millionaire. You can't be a lawyer because of your background, your race, or your religion. You can't be a judge because nobody's going to accept a 27-year-old judge. You can't be this person. You can't be what you want to be. They start to tell you that. They start to tell you that you can't do whatever you want to do. You can't be whatever you want to be. That's what they tell you. That's what they say. And you allow these people to come into your world, come into your universe, and throw all that negative energy in your life. And eventually your mentality starts to change. You start to say, you know what? Well, maybe I can't be what I want to be. Well, maybe I can't be a success story. Well, maybe I can't be a 27-year-old judge. Well, maybe I can't be. And eventually you don't. Eventually your mentality has changed completely. And you are no longer focused on what you wanted to do with the rest of your life, and you settle for whatever comes your way. And when you settle for whatever comes your way, you're always mad about your job. You're upset that you're doing it. You can't stand being there. You don't like the people. You don't like the bosses. You don't like the environment, but you stay. You continue to stay in a place that you don't want to be. You continue to deal with the issues of work, even though you know that there is something more out there for you. You know it. You know that there is something more out there, but your mentality, your whole thought process has convinced you that this is all you need for the rest of your life. This is safe. There is nothing else you need to do but sit here day to day, every morning, every night, every weekend if you have to, sometimes holidays, deal with the idea of working for somebody else for the rest of your life. Deal with the idea of being disrespected or mistreated at your job and not going after what you want to go after. You deal with that every single day for the rest of your life. You retire on that, only to turn around in a few years and go right back to that same job and work until you die. You settled. See, I'm a movie buff. I love movies. Movies are awesome. Movies are cool. One of my favorite movies in particular is The Matrix. Now, I don't know if you've ever seen The Matrix. I don't see why you haven't. It's one of the best movies in the world, in my opinion. I mean, it has one of the greatest actors, Keanu Reeves, Lawrence Fishburne, Jada Pinkett, some other actors. I can't remember their name at the moment, but it has a variety of people. But the point of the movie is you had a man who thought he was nobody. You had a man who thought he was nothing. You had a man who thought he couldn't do anything but be who he was. But he always knew in the back of his mind, he always knew in his heart, he always knew in his soul that there was something more. And eventually he was right. Eventually he figured out that there was something more. Eventually he realized that he was a whole lot bigger than what he thought he was. He was a whole lot more important than he realized. He got in contact with Lawrence Fishburne, but in the movie his name was Morpheus. And Morpheus said, I have spent my entire life looking for you because you are the one. You are the one that is going to save us. You are very important in this whole thing that we got going on. We need you. You are the one. He told him that. He said, you are the one. You are going to change everything. You are going to save us. It is you. But you have to believe. I can tell you every single day, every single moment, every single second, every single hour that you are important. But if you do not believe that you are important, what I say does not make any sense. No sense at all. So he goes through this movie not believing that he is the one until he's put in a situation that was told to him by the oracle. The oracle said, you're going to be put in a situation where you're going to sacrifice yourself for somebody else. You're going to have to make a decision. Is it going to be you or somebody else? And he was put in that position. When he was put in that position, he knew that there was something going on. There were things changing around him. And eventually what happened? He started to believe in himself. When everybody told him he needed to run, he needed to get away from this agent because this agent is too strong. The system is set up for us to fail. The system is set up for us to lose. Just like in real life, it is set up for us to fail until you believe in yourself. So he started believing in himself, and more throughout the movie, when he began to believe and he fully believed himself and realized that he was the one, there was nothing that can stop him from going forward. Those agents that were stronger than him became easy. Those bullets that were going to him stopped in the middle of the air. He began to be the one because he believed in himself. He was the one. So everybody, right here, right now, if you're listening online, if you're sitting in front of me, seeing all the emotion in my face, all the passion that I have for each and every one of you that are looking at me right now at this moment, I want you to take that innocence that you had as a child. The idea of believing that you can do more, the idea of anything being possible, the idea of accomplishing any goal that you want to do, and I want you to go for it. I want you to make a decision, realize what you need to do, realize what goals you want to accomplish, realize that that brass ring is not as far as you thought it was, and I want you to go for it. You can't tell me your situation and your circumstances is going to stop you, because there's a lot of people out there who are very successful with every single situation or circumstance that was stopping them, and they still made it. They believed. They believed in themselves. They did not allow anything or anybody to come into their world, to attach themselves to their universe and destroy every idea they had, every thought that they knew that they can do, every accomplishment that they knew that they could create. Every goal that they set out, they knew that they were going to do it. They knew that there was nobody around that can tell me that I couldn't do anything. And they went forward, and they continued to go forward no matter what circumstances came across, no matter what obstacle they had to jump over, no matter what wall they had to kick down. They kept going and kept going and kept going, and eventually, you know what happened? They made it. They made it. But what's different from them and you is they believe. They believed that they can do more than what they were doing. They did not settle for working a 9-to-5 when they know they had a God-given gift to do more. They figured out what they loved. They came up with an idea. They had a passion for something that they wanted to do. And even with the trials and tribulations of life, breaking them down every single day, putting more things on their back, more things on their back, more things on their back, they made a decision that no matter how many things are placed on my back, I'm going to carry each and every one of them. I'm going to go to that finish line. I'm going to grab that brass ring. I'm going to accomplish every goal that I set out that I was going to accomplish. And when I get there, everybody who doubted me, everybody who said that I couldn't do it, everybody who didn't believe in me, everybody who wasn't behind me, everybody who called me insane because I believed in Santa Claus or the Easter Bunny or unicorns flying around with rings and sparkles and rainbows, everybody who didn't believe in me, when I get there, their whole mentality is going to change. They're going to see you in a different light because their going to believe, they are going to believe at that moment that there is a possibility that they can do something too. So not only did you help yourself, you helped other people around you. Not only did you reach your goal, you made them motivated to reach their goal too. So in closing, that innocence that you had as a child, the idea of believing that more than what you are doing right now is possible no matter what your circumstances are, go for it. Go for it. In scripture it says, with man, nothing is possible. But with God, nothing is impossible. You are the one, ladies and gentlemen. Each and every one of you here right now, each and every one of you listening to me right now, you are the one. Go for it. Believe in yourself. And I promise you, you will make it. My name is Minister Deontay Pulliam, and I want you to know your worth. Thank you, and God bless you.